Hey, Dr. Lawrence, this is Digby here. I'm Sierra.
I'm Anthony.
And this is Val.
And Alex and Jeff are on the way.
Ready to go.
What's up? I'm Alex. How's it going? I'm Jeff.
Ooh, the rest of us. Charge of traditional products, and Anthony here.
I was in charge of high-end.
And we're going to kind of talk about what we did in comparison to our analysis, comparing the other products and us, and just our strategy.
2, 1.
Okay, so Anthony, what did you do this semester to try to keep us in line and try to get our high-end products in order with other people?
Well, first for the high-end, I was trying to see what the other groups were doing instead of making like my own specific strategy at first, and then we saw that was going down the drain from the first 2-3 rounds. We didn't really go off the practice round because that was just practice, and then after that we started making our own strategy. You started to help us out more so we can get more in line because we went in depth at first.
Hello, Sierra again, and Val.
Hey.
What were you in charge of, Val, this semester?
So I was in charge of the low-end segment, and basically what our strategy was for those products was originally we decided to kind of base our strategy around the competition, which we later found out that was a horrible strategy and that we needed to revise. And so what we did differently in our next following rounds was that we tried to play around in the research and development section and really kind of fluctuate the prices, and make sure that we were giving our customers that were price conscious a good enough product that would meet their needs and expectations for price and also not have to suffer in quality.
That was good.
Hi, I'm here with Sierra and Val in the background. Sierra, would you like to tell us what you were in charge of?
Yes. Okay, so I did traditional products. Like Anthony and Val said earlier, we didn't really have a set strategy at the beginning, which we later realized we needed to. So we started to try to move products around so they could be at more of a competitive advantage against everyone else. For me, Days was really old in comparison to her products or to her competitors. She just couldn't compete, and so we introduced Duck. However, we introduced Duck in a terrible spot, so we had to kill Duck the next year. Things started coming together towards the end. I just think we needed a few more rounds to kind of really settle in and get a feel for what we were doing. However, as the semester progressed, I really feel like we were starting to get the hang of it and get a strategy going, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Quality. So Alex, what were you in charge of this semester?
I was in charge of the size segment of the CapSim, and we introduced a product, Dry, and at first it was out of position and eventually fell into position, worked really well for about 2 years because it came out a little bit later than what we thought, and probably by now it's out of date and we probably shut down factory within the next 2 years.
All right, Alex, so if you were to go into round 7, what would you do differently?
Well, if we were gonna proceed farther than this, I would have probably put more R&D into it in an earlier round just to make it revise and come out this next round in a better position so it would perform well in this segment. Jeff, what were you in charge of this CapSim?
This semester for this capstone, I was in charge of the performance segment, and really we were trying to ensure that where we placed our product, that it had enough time to grow into a more productive product for us. And really we fell short of that mark. We ended up having to shut down the plan and get rid of the product altogether just because the pricing was off and we ended up losing way too much money, so we just cut
What
our
would you do
losses.
differently if you had the chance?
I definitely think that as a whole we would have to make sure our pricing was a little bit better for that market. I know we don't want to base our pricing off of other teams or other products out there, but our pricing was just too off for us to even compete. So definitely make sure that we set the right price next time.
Thank you for a great semester, Dr. Lawrence.
Go!